Okay, we're here with Lou again, and we're going to take a tour of the outside of the facility and see some of the other buildings you have and maybe some future expansion opportunities. So
we hope.
Yeah. Let's talk first about this great container.
Yeah, it's pretty fun, right?
Yeah. So how do you guys marry this to the building?
So yeah, very carefully. Yeah. So it's a shipping container, and my father-in-law Steve and our plumber at the time, Mr. John Dewar from Dewar's Plumbing, the two of those guys cut out the end of the container out of this steel sheet metal, and all of the metal is now recycled into our bar.
Oh, okay, nice. So then this was a complete concrete wall.
Correct.
And then
there was an old overhead door there.
Okay.
So you could drive a car inside. We just made the opening just a little bit bigger.
And it just kind of sealed in there. But,
correct.
But how perfect is this, like you said, to sort of insulate some noise?
It's an authentic freight yard.
Yeah,
yes.
No, it's good. Go ahead, sir, go ahead. It's, yeah, so we'll start here, and this looks good, and let's take us out through the other side outside here. We got some...
We have the festival tent.
Yeah.
So the festival we use for our Oktoberfest and also our Christmas market. It's open every day that Freight Yard is open. Okay. And it has the nice sides and a couple of heaters inside just to make it a little bit more comfortable for everyone.
Yeah, no, it's a good space, and dry for sure. And we can kind of move on here and see. Is this recycled steel also of some sort, or
no? Those
who
were
made that?
Yeah, those were all built by my father-in-law Steve.
Okay.
He is a retired accounting and economics professor. Really, he's an artist masquerading as a retired professor.
Yeah, he does a good job at that.
So when COVID hit, we asked, he asked what he could do to help us, and we said, well, we're going to need some more picnic tables. We expected picnic tables,
right.
And these wonderful structures started showing up not too long after that. So everyone is completely unique. There are no drawings. All of these came right out of his head.
Yep.
And he built them, and they're really functional art structures.
Yeah, it's unique for sure, but like you said, functional and definitely something that you're not going to find somewhere else.
Definitely not.
Yeah. So from there we go into here. I know we can see the stage here probably.
Yep, we've got the stage, and this is my husband and partner in all things. Brian is finishing out his first set here at Freight Yard.
So the first outing in 30 years. The only public outing, right? Not just the first, the only one.
Yeah. The debut here at Freight Yard.
Yep. So yeah, that's again, it's a huge space to be able to see what you want and do what you want, and a lot of
elbow room. Everybody's got got enough space.
Yeah, I didn't even see this little down kind of thing here. So
this is our sunken beer garden. We're gonna have our cornhole down here in the summertime. More seating down there as well. Some more of those functional art structures. Again, just lots of space for folks to really spread out. So we hear all the time when people drive by, they say, "Oh, your parking lot is full. You must be packed." Well, yes and no. I mean, there's a lot of, like you said, there's not a lot of room in the parking, but we have so much space now inside the fences that you never feel like you're like on top of each other. There's a lot of space.
And again, you have a lot of these, bands and other sorts of activities that, you're utilizing it for sure. It's not stagnant, Now, is there some sort of history behind this concrete wall?
Yeah, so this sunken area, like I said, we call it our sunken beer garden. It was originally built as a coal shed. Okay. So again, with the trains being here, they needed coal for the feeders, but it was also how a lot of homes were heated at that time.
Okay. So there was probably a building over it? There was a structure. Okay.
That's correct, yes. That fell down in the 90s before we owned it. Weight of ice and old building, and just was its time to pass on.
Good.
And then originally, the train station, which is now across the railroad tracks, used to be here in the parking lot. And
so the building was physically moved?
It was built on this side.
All right.
So in the 80s, there's a little educational sign out on Route 31. Grandpa Sotherden donated the train station to the town. Mr. Melvin donated the land on the other side of the tracks.
Very nice.
They had grants written, and they picked up the train station, moved it over on the other side, and that's now the Clay Historical Park.
Okay. Yeah, that's always amazing to me when people move buildings.
Wow, and you can't even see half of the park just looking at the train station. There's a historic barn, the Welcome Center, and there's plans to move another barn that's down on Route 31.
Oh, okay.
That was originally, obviously, a farming family here. We'd like to preserve that, the past of Clay as we move now into the unknown future here with Micron coming.
And now you guys own this building here, this brown and green
No,
one?
this is all part of the Clay Historical Park
Okay.
on the other side of the railroad tracks.
So you own up to the tracks.
So yep, we're up to the tracks, and then we have the six bay garage over here where the camper is parked right now, and also the Clay Hotel, which is the red building on the other side.
Perfect.
Adds
So,
more to our parking.
Yep. Yeah. So let's go down to the sunken, sunken drunken. Is that where we're
The Sunken Beer Garden. Yeah.
Sunken Beer Garden. Let's go down there, and from there we'll go up to the 6-bay garage. Right? Is that where you plan to do your?
That's the brewery.
Future? Okay.
Yeah.
Another great space. I mean, really, you know.
I want to put up eventually. I'd love to put the stage down here and a screen so we can do movies.
Oh yeah, outdoor movies. Yeah. Yep.
Be a good time.
Yeah. It's again, just
Lots-
a good space. Lots of room. There's
Lots
no,
of fun to run around and have a good time and relax.
Yeah. People aren't congested, and
Yeah.
you know, at least you got room to maneuver. right?
Exactly.
Yep. So yeah, and this is just another one of your.
I think this is the
creations?
masterwork. I think this is Steve's masterwork.
Okay.
It's called the Golden Pyramid.
Yep.
Yeah.
Boy, just great stuff, all of it, really. You know. So yeah, you want to go to the brewery now, or is there something else?
Sure.
Or you want to go to the hotel? Whatever you want to do first.
Yeah, let's do the brewery.
Okay.
That'd be more fun.
Perfect.
The warehouse.
So this right now is where your
That's
shipping
where the container
is.
is, correct.
And this was the coal house we just spoke about.
That's correct.
Okay.
And there's the garages
Yep.
out back, and this is the old Weller Canning Company. That is the blueprint of what the siding looked like, and these two buildings were the original mill before this building was
Okay.
built.
Yep. Okay, so now we're inside the brewery. We're going to take a walk around and look at some of the inside architecture and some of the history of this, and you know, talk about sort of how this is laid out, and then look at some of the decor
Sure.
that you and Brian were part of
Yeah.
doing. So.
Yep, absolutely. So we worked with a couple of different architects in the planning of this. Sheila Weed and her office in Syracuse did all of the plans for inside, and then landscape architect worked with us for the outside of the building. So the barrel tables we had constructed special for this space. We were able to pick up this antique luggage cart from someone on Craigslist that just had held it for years. And then over on the other side of the room, there's another luggage cart that we've converted over into a sofa.
Yep. No, you got, what are these, railroad springs?
Yep, we think they're springs off of a railroad car. And then you can see in front of here, there's a couple of the pieces of the container. So when we cut the end of the container,
this is the recycled piece,
yeah,
yep.
then it's right on the front. It's got the Freight Yard Brewing with the lights right on the front
Yeah.
there. So
No, it's
that's right here, Roman. It's right here with all the lights. That's the end of the container
okay.
right there.
Yep.
So Brian and his dad Steve built the bar, and that's what we have.
Yeah, so this is really nice tile and everything. It's it's very very welcoming and inviting in here. you know.
Thanks.
So
I think that
and then from here we go back outside to where the original shipping container was when we started.